This is where the mental game comes into play. Dree and Greasel is taking their time to prepare for their qualifying run. Dree and Greasel is driving through T3.
I have always loved this section of the track.
It's all about strategy in these early moments. Donovan Liu is taking their time to prepare for their qualifying run and get everything just right. Donovan Liu is looking relatively composed going through T2.
Spectators near here can smell the smoke wafting from nearby grills.
The adrenaline is pumping. JP Brand is on their out lap, warming up the tires and getting ready to put in a fast lap time.
Patience is key in these early moments, Lucy, but I have a feeling JP Brand is going to make it count.
JP Brand appears focused and prepared driving through T3.
There's a spot near here open for the spectators.
It looks like Dree and Greasel is getting ready to make their move. They're taking their time to warm up those tires. As Dree and Greasel completes their outlap, they will be hoping they have given themselves enough space on track to fully attack for their first flying lap. Dree and Greasel is driving through T1.
I have always loved this section of the track.
The pressure is on in this qualifying session, but Sean Olivier is rising to the occasion. It seems like Sean Olivier is struggling, currently 0.43 off their best pace. It's all about precision and speed in qualifying, and Robert Rollwink Coots is nailing both.
They certainly are. This is shaping up to be a great performance by Robert Rollwink.
Robert Rollwink Coots has completed their first flying lap in 1:02.060. Robert Rollwink Coots is looking relatively composed going through T1. Sean Olivier is up -0.15.
It's amazing what a little bit of adrenaline and a lot of horsepower can do. Sean Olivier is just showing us all what they're made of.
Sean Olivier appears focused and prepared driving through T3. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Sean Olivier is trying to find that extra performance.
They'll need to put together a perfect lap, hitting every apex and pushing the car to the limit without going over it.
Sean Olivier is driving through T2. Danny Van Ruyen is looking relatively composed going through T3. Danny Van Ruyen will be happy having put themselves into second in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower, they need to drive smooth and smart.
Jacobus Besson is looking for ways to improve their consistency. Roynik Visser is trying to find that extra performance. Roynik Visser appears focused and prepared driving through T3. Roynik Visser has some work to do as that 102.571 is only good enough for 17th. Drian Griesel is driving through T1. You can feel the tension building. Donovan Liu is out on track and getting ready to push for their qualifying time.
It's a delicate balance between taking it easy and pushing hard. Let's see how Donovan Liu handles it.
Donovan Liu is looking relatively composed going through T2.
There's not much better than sitting near here and watching the cars speed by.
James Leach has some work to do as that 101.557 is only good enough for 9th. James Leach appears focused and prepared driving through T1. Roynik Visser is up minus 0.12.
Well, Lucy, it seems like Roynik Visser has got the need for speed and nothing is going to stop them now.
Roynik Visser is driving through T3.
There's a spot near here open for the spectators.
Roynik Visser has some work to do as that 102.284 is only good enough for 17th. Chris Van Zyl has some work to do as that 101.231 is only good enough for 7th. Chris Van Zyl is looking relatively composed going through T1.
Spectators near here can smell the smoke wafting from nearby grills.
It's been a challenging session for Rian van der Westhuizen. They're currently languishing in 14th position, which is not where they had envisioned themselves. But in motorsport, anything can happen, and with their skill and determination, they might still turn things around.
Spot on analysis, Lucy. It's been a difficult qualifying session for Rian van der Westhuizen, but they shouldn't lose hope just yet. They have the talent and determination to make a comeback, and it'll be exciting to see how they respond to this adversity.
Rian van der Westhuizen has some work to do as that 101.669 is only good enough for 13th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they're going to find it before the session is over.
A solid qualifying performance by Danny Van Ruyen, positioning them in second at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. Danny Van Ruyen is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 1.53 seconds down. A strong showing from JP Brand as they currently sit in fourth. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
Absolutely, Lucy. JP Brand has put in a remarkable effort to secure fourth.
JP Brand will be happy having put themselves into fourth in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
A disappointing performance from Donovan Liu so far in this qualifying session. Finding themselves in 11th position is certainly not what they were. Donovan Liu has some work to do as that 101.446 is only good enough for 10th. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Slovakia Ring 2025 Oval, as we're getting ready to kick things off. Sitting in second, it's Danny Van Ruyen. Peter Geldenhuys is going to be starting from third.
I think we are all looking forward to seeing what Peter Geldenhuys can do from here.
On the fourth grid slot we have JP Brand.
JP Brand will be expecting to bring home solid points.
Virtual safety cars deployed. Virtual safety cars deployed.
The fifth place on the grid belongs to James Leach, a driver with plenty of experience.
It's not always easy to get the SSM Sport Cup Toyota GT86 this high up the starting grid.
Robert Roelwink Coots is lining up sixth. Starting from the seventh position, Joni Geldenhuys will need to navigate through the field to challenge for the win.
The Italian driver has been driving the wheels off the SSM Sport Cup Toyota GT.
The race is on, and tensions are high as drivers navigate the first lap. One wrong move could lead to a collision in these tight quarters.
The drivers will need to be aggressive but also patient. They can't afford to make any mistakes if they want to stay in the running for a podium finish.
It's a delicate balance, John, but the best drivers know how to push the limits and make it work to their advantage.
It's never easy to drive that razor's edge between perfection and disaster.
The pressure is on when the field is this tightly packed. Maintaining just enough aggression to hold off their rivals without pushing too hard will help these drivers keep it clean.
Going green.
This is going to be one hell of a race. I can already feel it.
There are a few drivers with a point to prove, and a few with some grudges to bear. Let's hope they can keep it clean.
Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here. 3 cars, 3 different racing strategies. One driver is defending, while the other 2 are relentlessly attacking. This is either going to be great, or a disaster. This is not looking good for Martin Meyer. They've just lost 10th to Jamie Ray Nichols and their strategy seems to be failing them.
Absolutely, they need to rethink their approach and come up with something new, or they risk losing even more ground. On the other hand, Jamie Ray Nichols has been making some impressive moves and looks like a serious contender.
Great driving from Martin Meyer, who has just gained a place and moved up to 11th.
Absolutely, Martin Meyer is really putting on a clinic out there, and they're making it look easy.
Braking update. Looks like that's a mistake from Danny Van Ruyen. This could be costly. The battle for 1 is heating up as Sean Olivier tries to catch Danny Van Ruyen in P1. Hold your breath, folks. These drivers are showing exceptional car control, threading the needle through tight corners. It's a battle for supremacy.
Spot on, Lucy. This constant back and forth battle is keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. One small mistake could have severe consequences for any of these drivers.
He's pulling away. Rian van der Westhuizen is increasing the gap to James Leach. Wait. Oh dear, Robert Rolwink Coots has had an incident. It's like watching 2 predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce.
That's right, Lucy. The pressure can easily get the best of even seasoned drivers. The fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see who will come out on top in this epic showdown.
Things are heating up as Joni Geldenhuys closes in on Chris Van Zyl. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
These two are putting on a masterclass in precision driving. Every turn, every acceleration, calculated to perfection.
This is what high-octane racing looks like. Peter Geldenhuys is breathing down the neck of Martin Meyer, not giving them any room to relax. Superb driving from Peter Geldenhuys, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. The drivers have been working hard to come up with the perfect race strategy. They've been looking at the weather, the track conditions and the performance of their cars.
Now it's time to put that strategy into action and see if it pays off.
It's an intense battle for position as Jacobus Basson tries to outmaneuver Willy Van Wyck. This is edge-of-your-seat racing.
That's right, Jacobus Basson is determined to pass Willy Van Wyck and secure a higher position.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
If James Leach isn't careful, they might end up turning this high-speed chase into a synchronized spinning routine, and trust me, that's not a crowd pleaser.
Every move counts now as Robert Rolwink Coots works to reel in James Leach and overtake for P13. Look at that, Jean-Olivier is hot on the tail of Danny Van Ruyen. It seems like Ronnie Jonker has got the bit between their teeth, improving on Roynik Visser's lap time there. Look at this, John, what a shame for Ronnie Jonker. They've lost P11 to Roynik Visser, and that's got to hurt. This is a thrilling battle as Roynik Visser edges closer to Willy Van Wyck in their fight for P10. This is where the race gets really interesting. Danny Van Ruyen is closing in on Jean-Olivier. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Peter Geldenhuys is chasing Joni Geldenhuys in P5.
We'll have to wait to see if Peter Geldenhuys can use the draft to their advantage, or if the lack of downforce will hinder their progress.
It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Willy Van Wyck trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Jacobus Besson. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts. In racing, anything can, and usually does, happen, especially in such an epic showdown. It's a game of inches now as Jean-Olivier tails Danny Van Ruyen closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake. The pressure is on for Peter Geldenhuys as they try to catch up to Joni Geldenhuys. It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while. Joni Geldenhuys needs to find some speed, or maybe get more consistent, John. They have just put in a slower lap than Peter Geldenhuys.
It will be interesting to see if Peter Geldenhuys can keep outpacing Joni Geldenhuys.
Tactics are clearly going to play an important part in this race.
They are gonna need to look after their tyres and will want to keep something in them for the crucial latter stages, as their tyres wear and fuel levels deplete and the handling changes.
And don't forget the track grip increases as more rubber gets laid down.
Indeed, the conditions are constantly changing and the drivers need to adapt, otherwise it can cost crucial time and jeopardize their position.
It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Chris Van Zyl, who is currently in P6. But Peter Geldenhuys is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Chris Van Zyl.
That's right, Chris Van Zyl in 6th knows they have to push to the limit if they want to catch up. But Peter Geldenhuys is no slouch, and they're going to be pushing just as hard. It's a battle of skill and will out there.
Oh, this is getting intense. Jacobus Besson is just a few car lengths behind Drian Griesel.
It's a game of strategy now as Jacobus Besson hunts down Drian Griesel. Yes, it's all about choosing the right moments to push and when to conserve energy, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike.
Rising to the occasion and claiming victory would help to cement this driver's legendary status. A brilliant maneuver from Drian Griesel, who has just moved up the field. It's a battle out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other.
The only thing closer than Jacobus Besson to Drian Griesel right now is the paint on their cars. Talk about a close encounter.
A great pass for Jacobus Besson as they pick off other drivers and move up the field. Meanwhile, Drian Griesel has lost ground. A tough moment for Jacobus Besson, who has just lost a place, dumping them down to 9th.
Sucks to be them, Lucy.
The action is non-stop as Jacobus Besson shadows Drian Griesel through every twist and turn, determined to claim 8th. Wow, Willy van Wyk is really pushing hard to catch up to Jacobus Besson. There's blood in the water for 9th place.
This is where the mental game comes into play. Willy van Wyk and Jacobus Besson both need to stay cool under pressure.
Oh, this is getting intense. Danny Van Ruyen is just behind Sean Olivier. What a move! Danny Van Ruyen has moved up to 1st.
Yes, Danny Van Ruyen is driving with real focus and precision, and it's paying off.
You can feel the tension in the air. Wait. Oh dear, Robert Roelwink Koets has had an incident. It's a battle of wills out there, with Roynik Visser trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Ronnie Jonker. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Situations like these often lead to a dramatic finish.
It's moments like these that make motorsports so exciting. We're witnessing a battle of skill and strategy between two great drivers, with Roynik Visser in 10th determined to catch up. But we know Ronnie Jonker isn't just going to hand it to them on a plate. Roynik Visser is going to have to take it. It should be an interesting battle to watch as long as they can close that gap.
Jacobus Besson is giving it their all as they chase down Rian van der Westhuizen in P13. This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit. The intensity is off the charts as Peter Geldenhuys hounds Joni Geldenhuys. Hold on a moment. Looks like that's a mistake from Jacobus Besson. This could be costly. Looks like Sean Olivier is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curbs aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about maintaining that fine line between speed and control. With just 0.4 seconds between them, Sean Olivier will need to close the gap to have hopes of a pass.
Peter Geldenhuys could be looking for a way up the inside of Joni Geldenhuys. It looks like Roynik Visser is in control. They're ahead of James Leach by over a second, and it doesn't look like they're going to be challenged anytime soon.
James Leach is certainly pushing all they can, but the gap might just be too much. Unless Roynik Visser makes a mistake, it looks like they'll hold on to 10th.
We got a close battle as Jamie Ray Nichols closes in on Jacobus Besson. Peter Geldenhuys is running 5th. They are trying to catch Joni Geldenhuys.
You can see that car bouncing around as they ride the curbs. It's a risky move that could end in disaster.
Talk about being caught in the middle. James Leach is sandwiched between their rivals. Roynik Visser breaking update. I don't think that's the fastest way around Slovakia Ring 2025 Oval. Hold on to your hats, folks. Jamie Ray Nichols is right on the heels of Jacobus Besson, and we're in for a wild ride.
If this battle ends in tears, it could be like watching a high-speed domino effect, but let's hope they keep it clean and avoid any unplanned games.
The gap between Peter Geldenhuys and Joni Geldenhuys is razor thin as they vie for fourth in this nail-biting contest. Wow, Danny Van Ruyen is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race. And that, folks, is how it's done. A solid performance and great win from Danny Van Ruyen. What a fantastic race from Sean Olivier, who brings it home in second place.
Intense race, but Sean Olivier held their nerve and earned a great second place.
That was an outstanding performance from JP Brand. They fought hard and took the final spot on the podium.
Fantastic result.
Joni Geldenhuys, Peter Geldenhuys, Chris Van Zyl, and Martin Meyer take 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Followed by Drian Griesel, James Leach, Ronnie Jonker, and Robert Rolwink Coots in 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Taking 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th is Rian van der Westhuizen, Willy van Wyk, Donovan Liu, and Jacobus Basson. 16th and 17th is Roynick Visser and Jamie Ray Nichols. There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Slovakia Ring 2025 Oval, as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The calm before the storm. I don't know about you, Lucy, but I'm expecting some hard-fought on-track battles today.
Securing the second place is JP Brand. Starting from the third position on the grid, we have Joni Geldenhuys. It's Peter Geldenhuys, sitting comfortably in fourth.
Another good start for the South African driver.
In the fifth position, we have Chris Van Zyl ready to tackle the race ahead.
They are in a good place to mount a good challenge come the first corner.
Sitting in sixth is Martin Meyer.
Another mid-pack start for Martin Meyer.
Drian Griesel has qualified seventh.
They've got the heart of a lion, and they won't back down from a challenge.
James Leach will be looking to gain ground quickly as they start from 8th on the grid. And the green flag drops. The race is officially underway.
These opening moments can make or break a driver's race. Strategy and skill are key to navigating this intense start.
Every lap is an opportunity for Chris Van Zyl to learn just a little bit more to shave a few tenths or hundredths off their times.
Like gladiators, they enter Lucy, but instead of lions and swords, our champions fight in an arena of tarmac, and with fire-breathing machines of cutting-edge materials, designed to explore the very limits of physics itself in what can sometimes be very much a fight to the death.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Going green.
As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race. As the drivers get this race underway, let me give a shout out to the admin team at Simspeed Motorsports for making this all possible. Heroes one and all.
The race isn't won in the first turn, but there have been plenty that have ended their Lucy.
It's a thrilling pursuit as Ronnie Jonker is right behind Drian Griesel, keeping the pressure on for 7th place.
One wrong move and we could see a spectacular new synchronized pirouette performance by Ronnie Jonker and Drian Griesel, though I doubt the judges would give them a perfect score.
This is what separates the best from the rest. These drivers are demonstrating their racecraft, searching for any weakness to exploit. It's a true test of skill.
You said it, Lucy. The different lines they're taking demonstrate their strategic thinking. It's fascinating to see how they adapt their approaches to gain an advantage.
It's a close race between Rian van der Westhuizen and Martin Meyer in 10th.
When I was racing, we had a saying, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. Rian van der Westhuizen is definitely living on the edge today.
That won't be ideal for Danny Van Ruyen. The race is really heating up. JP Brand is hunting down Joni Geldenhuys with everything they've got.
The gap between them is just over 0.3 seconds. Can JP Brand close that gap and get back in range? I can't see it happening at this point.
Things are heating up as Chris Van Zyl tries to close the gap to JP Brand. No room for error here. Peter Geldenhuys is breathing down the neck of James Leach, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed.
This is where every inch counts. JP Brand is pushing hard to close the gap on Johnny Geldenhuys. Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
Things are heating up as Peter Geldenhuys closes in on James Leach. The gap between them is down to practically nothing. Adrian Griesel wants to get into Martin Meyer's slipstream. Oh, the frustration must be built, and the green flag drops. The race is officially underway.
These opening moments can make or break a driver's race. Strategy and skill are key to navigating this intense start.
Fantastic move from Willy Van Wyck, who has just gained a position.
Impressive. Willy Van Wyck is really showing their skill and determination out there.
You know, John, as a former racing driver yourself, can you give us some insights into what goes through a driver's mind during these quieter moments in a race?
Sure, Lucy. During these moments, drivers often take the opportunity to assess their race strategy, monitor their car's performance, and plan their next move. It's all about
braking development. Disappointing for Willy Van Wyck. They now find themselves in 14th.
Yes, but there's still plenty of race left. Willy Van Wyck needs to stay calm and focused, and make their move when the time is right.
This is what it's all about, folks. Willy Van Wyck is in hot pursuit of Jamie Ray Nichols, who's just trying to stay ahead. Sean Olivier is on a mission, chasing Danny Van Ruyen, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
It's a fine line between pushing the car to its limits and losing control. Sean Olivier is really walking that fine line.
The adrenaline is pumping as JP Brand gets within striking distance of Johnny Geldenhuys in their race for third.
It's a battle of nerves now. JP Brand and Johnny Geldenhuys are both pushing hard, but need to avoid mistakes that might cost them time or positions.
The pursuit is on. James Leach is closing the gap on Chris Van Zyl, determined to claim P5. The battle for 10 is heating up as Donovan Liu tries to catch Robert Roelwink Coots in P10. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Jamie Ray Nichols is chasing Jacobus Basson in P13. Willy Van Wyck is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a razor's edge between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely, it's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
It's an intense battle for position as JP Brand tries to outmaneuver Johnny Geldenhuys. This is edge of your seat racing. It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce.
The chase between James Leach and Chris Van Zyl is like a high-speed game of tag, only the stakes are much higher.
In racing, anything can, and usually does, happen, especially in such an epic showdown. Great driving from Robert Roelwink Coots, who has just gained a place and moved up to 10th.
Amazing stuff. Focus and precision, what it's all about.
This is a thrilling battle as Donovan Liu edges closer to Robert Rollwink Coots in their fight for P10. The action is heating up here as Jacobus Basson is in 14th, defending from Willy van Wyk, who is only 0.4 seconds away. Willy van Wyk is in there like a rat up a drainpipe. Jacobus Basson is not going to be happy about that. JP Brand seems to be putting the pressure on Joni Geldenhuys. It's a game of inches now as James Leach tails Chris Van Zyl closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
It's a battle for position as James Leach tries to make a move on Chris Van Zyl. This is what racing is all about.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Martin Meyer is closing in on Peter Geldenhuys. Look at that, Robert Rollwink Coots is hot on the tail of Donovan Liu.
It's all about finding the perfect opportunity. Robert Rollwink Coots needs to stay patient and wait for Donovan Liu to make a mistake.
They're going for the same piece of tarmac. Sparks are flying as they battle for position, daring each other to brake later and go deeper into the corners.
Absolutely thrilling, Lucy. The level of car control these drivers possess is exceptional. They're towing the line between maximum speed and maintaining control, making for a captivating spectacle.
They're giving it everything they've got. It's a battle of nerves as they push the limits of adhesion, going wheel to wheel in a thrilling display of racing prowess. The race is heating up as Jean-Olivier in second closes in on Danny Van Ruyen. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they are going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. This is what high-octane racing looks like. JP Brand is breathing down the neck of Joni Geldenhuys, not giving them any room to relax.
This is what makes motor racing so exciting. The tension is high and the stakes are even higher. I would not bet on either racer at this point, as it's too close to call.
This is going to be a nail-biter. Chris Van Zyl is defending for their life, but James Leach is right there doing everything they can to force a mistake. James Leach is looking for an opportunity to get round Chris Van Zyl. The action is non-stop as Peter Geldenhuys shadows Martin Meyer through every twist and turn, determined to claim 7th.
Should things go awry, Peter Geldenhuys and Martin Meyer might find themselves giving a whole new meaning to the term tandem drifting, though I doubt they'd enjoy it as much as the spectators.
Jean-Olivier is running second. They are trying to catch Danny Van Ruyen. It's a nail-biting showdown between these three drivers. They're nose to tail, pushing their limits in every corner. It's a battle out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other.
You can feel the intensity in the air. The slightest mistake could cost either of them valuable time and the position.
Oh, this is getting intense. Peter Geldenhuys is just behind Martin Meyer. It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
Can they close up enough for a pass? I don't see it personally.
Superb driving from Jamie Ray Nichols, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. What do you think, John? Are there any specific factors that could lead to a driver losing concentration during a race?
There are several factors, Lucy. Fatigue, stress, changing track conditions, or even issues within the team can all contribute to a lapse in concentration. It's essential for drivers to stay mentally resilient and adapt to these challenges.
Wow, Peter Geldenhuys is really pushing hard to catch up to Martin Meyer. There's blood in the water for 7th place. Oh, this is getting intense. Chris Van Zyl is just a few car lengths behind Joni Geldenhuys. Looks like Peter Geldenhuys is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curbs aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about maintaining that fine line between speed and control.
This is where the skill and experience of the drivers really come into play. Chris Van Zyl will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops. It's like Danny Van Ruyen has saved all their energy for this final stretch. The leader has just finished the race. A fantastic result for Danny Van Ruyen.
That was a true masterclass in driving from Danny Van Ruyen. You could see them making split-second decisions with total confidence, and it really paid off. What a performance.
A nail-biting finish, but Sean Olivier claims 2nd place. Impressive drive from Joni Geldenhuys to claim the final spot on the podium. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th sees Chris Van Zyl, J.P. Brand, James Leach, and Martin Meyer. Peter Geldenhuys, Drian Griesel, Donovan Liu, and Robert Rolwink Coots brings home 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Jamie Ray Nichols, Rian van der Westhuizen, Jacobus Besson, and Willy Van Wyck claim 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th.